This is part 2 on how to create a papier-mâché shoe. At this point, you should already have created a cast of a shoe using masking tape, which was shown to you in part 1, and you should have created a developed sketch that shows multiple views of what you want your shoe to look like. For my unique shoe, I'm going to be turning my shoe into a fish. You can use different materials to create additional forms dry first. For example, aluminum foil, tag board, and papier-mâché newspaper can all be used to add three-dimensional form. Do all dry building first. So I'm going to begin by using the tag board and the aluminum foil. So the first thing I do is I create some fins to be like additional fish parts on my shoe. I just draw things out first on the tag board and then cut on the line. If I ever want to make 2 of something, I create one first, use it as a stencil, and then cut out the second one. I wanted to make a mouth out of my shoe, so I wanted to add on an additional piece to the bottom of the shoe. I just cut out a little flap on the tag board and I taped that down underneath. I can later build that up using aluminum foil or papier-mâché newspaper. With every piece and part that you build and add on to your shoe, you want to secure it with masking tape. Get it taped down smoothly and make sure it's on there well. You will be putting an additional layer of papier-mâché newspaper on top of everything, but use tape wherever necessary for additional support. Something else I wanted to do on my shoe is add more dimension to the bottom part of the mouth. So where I had that little tag board piece, I'm adding a bunched up piece of aluminum foil. So now this is going to look like the bottom half of the mouth, and it's going to be great for adding big fish lips onto my shoe when I'm finished. In my original sketch, I had seaweed drawn up the heel area of the shoe, so to make that, I just took some pieces of aluminum foil, scrunched them up, and taped them down to the heel. When you're finished building with dry materials, you're ready to start covering your entire shoe, inside and out, top and bottom, with papier-mâché newspaper strips. Begin by tearing your newspaper into strips that are approximately 1 inch wide by 4 to 6 inches long. Just make a little pile of them. You're going to want to cover the entire shoe with at least 2 layers of newspaper strips. This will help give your shoe more stability, and it will also make your colored construction paper stick to it as your final layer. I have a few quick tips for you for papier-mâché. Tip 1, don't apply too much papier-mâché paste. Just put some paste on your fingers and run it down the newspaper. You never want your newspaper strips to be dripping. You don't want a pool of paste to be forming anywhere in your shoe or on your project. You want the paper wet, but not ever dripping. Second tip, apply the strips in different directions so that they're crossing over each other. This will help them stay down firmly. And lastly, you might find it a bit challenging to get the newspaper to stick well to the masking tape layer, but I promise you, as you add more, the newspaper will stick very well to itself and other pieces of newspaper. So just keep moving forward. To clean up, make sure you put a name tag on your project. Wipe off your table with a dry paper towel. Yes, I said dry. Do not add water to the table. It will just spread the papier-mâché paste more. So wash your table with a dry paper towel. Put the lid on your papier-mâché container, and you are good to go.